been talking about writing a book for years and years and years, and you can't figure out why you haven't actually sat down to write that book yet, or why you've started and you haven't quite finished the book, or actually not even close to finishing the book, why you haven't gotten beyond chapter 2, then this video is for you. So I'm Ann Shibani. I'm the founder of Summit Press Publishers, and I work with really busy entrepreneurs who want to write a book for their business, who want to impact lives, who got this big mission, who want the impact for themselves, but they also want the influence on their readers. They want to feel like they are changing their readers' lives for the better, that they're saving them time and grief, right? So they've got this great motivation, both personally and professionally and for the reader, and yet everything seems to get in the way. So Steven Pressfield, the author of The War of Art, he describes this nonstop procrastination, this resistance to sitting down and doing meaningful work, as the lizard of resistance. So he names it the lizard of resistance, right? Because the lizard is that part of our brain that's super primal. That part of our brain is designed to keep us safe. It's designed to keep us from taking risks. It wants us to stay in areas that we know. It wants us to stay in the familiar status quo arena. So its job is to protect us, and the best way it can protect us is by creating resistance. So, lizard of resistance, right? That resistance that we encounter when we're endeavoring something new, when we're taking on a new challenge, when we're doing something in particular that matters, is going to kick up, particularly in a creative project. It is part of the creative process. It is part of stretching and growing and becoming something new, doing something different, doing something that matters. And resistance is that tool. That tool is, the best tool is self-sabotage. And that self-sabotage takes the form of procrastination and perfectionism and overthinking and second-guessing yourself and being distracted with other ideas or thinking that there's some other priority you should be taking on. And it's all of that stuff is just part of the process, because paradoxically, the more resistance that you experience, the more self-sabotaging you do, the more you're finding every other reason on the planet to keep your brain active with something other than writing a book, sitting down and doing the job. That's a lizard of resistance telling you that what you want to do is super meaningful. Lizard of resistance is there. It's going to be there. It doesn't matter how emotionally stable you are as a human being. If you are entering into a creative project, if you're going to be experiencing that tension of making choices and making decisions and putting your words and your ideas down on paper, that creative process, it's going to come up. So we minimize it. It's by making initial choices. It's by knowing how you're going to publish the book when you get done with it in the first place. It's knowing how you're going to use the book in your business. It's knowing how you're going to engage with your readers after the fact. It's knowing what your topic is. It's knowing that the topic is actually relevant to your readers. It's solving those initial questions or laying that stuff down so that the path feels more knowable. And once you have a more knowable path, that lizard of resistance is going to calm the hell down. You know, once you take action, you suck the air right out of its lungs. So if you haven't written your book yet, don't kick yourself. It's probably the lizard of resistance telling you that it really matters.